Well, it's a hot morning across southeast Texas. We'll take a look at our roofing 911 Skycam network up in Jasper, sponsored by Provalis. We have partly cloudy skies across the area, and that will continue to be the case the rest of the afternoon. And you factor in what humidity we have, the heat index be around 105 to 108 later this afternoon. Now, we do have some dry air above 5,000 feet. I'm talking about 7, 8, 9,000 feet. There's dry air above this layer here. Sometimes that'll get mixed down to the surface, and when that happens, that can actually lower and help those heat index values. So we'll see if that happens coming up this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, but certainly not much rain expected. If we saw a shower today, we're talking the coverage 5% or less. Our roofing 911 Skycam network outside our 12 studios, sponsored by Mid-County Plumbing, also partly cloudy skies. Good visibilities today. No issues with any haze or dust. You can see visibility pretty good. Hadn't seen that in quite some time, and certainly not many showers at all across southeast Texas. Had one shower early this morning right around C-rim. Very small shower there. That was about it. We're not expecting any rain through at least Thursday. Maybe by Thursday evening we'll start seeing a few showers, thunderstorms coming back in from the east, which we'll get into in just a few minutes. Our roofing 911 Skycam network over in Lake Charles, same thing, partly cloudy skies, good visibilities over there. We started out this morning in the mid to upper 70s, very warm across southeast Texas overnight into this morning. We're looking at mid to upper 90s, not only this afternoon, but tomorrow and on Thursday. 96, maybe even a 97, not out of the question. Dry air aloft, a little bit of moisture there at about 5,000 feet. That's about it. And certainly not a lot of wind either. Not getting a lot of relief or break from the heat whatsoever. So things looking pretty good over in southwestern Louisiana. And as we look at our roofing 911 Skycam network over in Orange, sponsored by the Horseman's Western Store, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Orange was very warm this morning, started out in the mid to upper 70s. Very warm morning across portions of Orange County this morning. And once again, we're expecting afternoon highs area wide in the mid to upper 90s. Very hot. So if you have to be outside or work outside, try to take those frequent breaks, drink plenty of fluid, and if you don't have to be outside, try to stay inside. That's even good until around dark, when it actually, even then, it's still very humid, and even at sunset. And our roofing 911 Skycam network, our other one here, Beaumont, sponsored by Packard and Prey, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. So you get the hint, you get the picture. So it'll be a hot afternoon with no real rain to really cool or help or give anybody any relief at all. And that allergy report, which we'll talk about in just a moment, has improved a little bit more again today. Here's our forecasted heat index for later this afternoon. It'll feel like 105, not only in the triangle, but up into the lakes area as well. I don't see much change in this at all as we head into tomorrow. We'll be in the lower 100s from the heat index. We'll see if some of that dry air aloft can mix down to the surface and help us out a little bit on the heat index numbers over the next few afternoons, but bottom line is still going to be hot. Allergy report, the tree and the grass in good shape, the weeds still in the medium category, and so is the mold, but it continues to slowly come down. Temperatures getting closer to 90 in Lake Charles, 87 Orange, 90 in Jasper, 89 degrees in Kirbyville. Noted Houston already at 90, so be some upper 90s, especially in the Houston area later today. Probably 97, wouldn't be shocked to see a 98, 99, and 88 up in Huntsville. So hot afternoon here locally and across much of the southern plains. Now radar is pretty quiet. Like I said, we had one very small shower this morning right around C-rim. Lasted about 2 minutes and then fell apart, and nothing over the area today. A couple showers off to our east around Lafayette down toward Abbeville. These are working very slowly off to the northeast. A little bit better moisture across south central Louisiana than what we have over southeast Texas today. So rain free today, not expecting any showers tomorrow, and probably not Thursday either. That 20% we talked about on Thursday is mainly for Thursday evening after about 6, 7, 8 o'clock. So pretty dry weather, pretty hot coming up over the next few days until we see some changes that'll be taking place by the end of the week. Satellite still got that weak upper level low spinning over northwest Texas. Thankfully didn't produce much rain across the hill country. It's continuing to weaken and move on out to the northwest. You can see dry, stable air from East Texas on over into Louisiana. There's those few little showers around Lafayette. And of course, the deeper moisture still way to our east over Florida into Georgia, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And we continue with light southerly winds off the Gulf. Just not getting much help in the wind department these days to help us out. All right, speaking of moisture, let's talk about it. And we're talking 10,000 feet in the atmosphere, very important level in the summertime, sometime to get showers and thunderstorms. So this gray shading here, gray color, brown, that is very dry air. You can see the chart here at the top. What about 10–20% at 10,000 feet? That's pretty dry, and it's not going to change much through tomorrow anyway. Notice as we head in through tomorrow, plus we have high pressure too. That's sinking air, it's subsidence as well over the area coming up for today and tomorrow on into early Thursday. Notice by tomorrow afternoon, still very dry here to our east. That's where the moisture's at from, let's say, New Orleans, Baton Rouge eastward. So no chance of rain tomorrow. Forget it, not happening. Thursday, most of Thursday is going to be dry. The high begins to slowly weakening and start working on back to the northwest. That's going to allow this moisture rotate around that and work into our area from Louisiana. Now this is Thursday. I think most of Thursday is hot and dry, okay? Now as we head into Thursday evening, we'll start seeing the showers come in then. This is 8:30 Thursday night. Notice the deeper moisture, the yellow, the oranges, the reds. That's deep moisture coming in from the east. We have another trough of low pressure, just like we saw last week. Almost the same setup, same location, everything. Working from east to west across the northern Gulf. And like I said, this is on Thursday. So by Thursday night, we'll have a chance of showers. The high weakening is located over Arkansas at that time. Now, we're not expecting any tropical development from this for two reasons. Number one, it's a proximity to land. It stays pretty close to the coast of Louisiana. And number two, the wind shear is only marginal for development as it works on off to the west. Now, that's Thursday night. Let's head on into Friday afternoon. That'll be our best coverage of rain this Friday and probably Saturday too, but definitely on Friday as the trough's approaching from the southeast on Friday afternoon. Lots of tropical moisture in place, high pressure to our north, and you can see the winds are out of the southeast here, back to the northeast here. It's a pretty sharp trough we'll be working on in Friday into Saturday, and there could be some 1 to 2 inch rains as well. Speaking of Saturday, the trough moves on in, but we still have lots of moisture in place, so at least a 60% coverage still on Saturday. Now, both Friday and Saturday, it's not going to rain all day. It's not going to rain at every location. It'll just kind of like what we saw last week. Periods of rain. May rain for 10–15 minutes really hard, then stop. And the same thing on Saturday. This trough eventually working on off to the west and will be weakening. And as we head into Sunday, get a little bit of drying there, but still quite a bit of moisture in place on Sunday and Monday for scattered showers and thunderstorms to continue, although the coverages will be decreasing on Sunday, Monday. The deepest moisture shifting on off to the west, but still lots of moisture left over. So with daytime heating, we'll have scattered storms on Sunday and Monday, actually coming in off the Gulf. Yesterday, some of our computer models were showing Monday evening a possible thunderstorm complex coming in from the northeast. Have kind of backed off on that and kind of showing more showers coming in off the Gulf. Kind of flip-flop from yesterday, which is not a big surprise anyway. All right, low level spin. This is what we look at in the lower levels. Let's say 5,000 feet in the atmosphere, the low levels for any kind of spin. Very weak spin there, but once again, just like with this last system, the proximity of this to the coast of Louisiana should keep this from developing, so that's good news, along with just marginal favorable upper level winds spinning there, and then there's the trough coming on by at that level as well. So it's just going to be a rainmaker to give us a break in the heat for a couple of days, which will be nice because after 95 to 98 degrees the next few days, I think most of us will be ready for some 80s for highs and some on and off rain coming up for a couple of days. That would really help a little bit because it is pretty hot. It's going to be for the next 2 to 3 days. All right, forecasted rainfall from Thursday night through Sunday. And boy, I tell you what, computer models just are not giving us very much rain. I think these numbers are too low. I think they'll still come up a little bit as we get a little closer to Friday. I think some of the heaviest rains with this trough coming in will be east of Lake Charles down to where Lafayette and down on towards south central Louisiana. But I think on average, between, let's say, Friday, Saturday, maybe even into Sunday, I think 1 to 2 will be pretty common, kind of like with the last system. So I think you'll see these numbers actually going up a little bit over the next day or so. And of course, some of the heavier rains will stay offshore as well. But I think those numbers are a tad too low. Futurecast this afternoon, hot, mid to upper 90s across the area. Heat index, 106, 108. Most parts of the area, light southerly winds this afternoon. No rain expected, certainly no rain overnight. Forget that. Under clear skies and temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80. Tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. Another very hot day, no chance of rain tomorrow at all. The atmosphere just too dry. Coming up again tomorrow to produce any showers and thunderstorms. Another hot one too, mid to upper 90s again tomorrow. Thursday will be the same way because that trough is still going to be to our east. All right, marine forecast, cool off at the beach, south winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 feet. And next low tide will be at 9:05 tomorrow morning, and sun will set at 8:15 this evening, and that water temperature very warm, close to 90 degrees. Rest of the afternoon, partly cloudy, high temperatures around 96, maybe even a 97 later today in the lakes area. 94, 95 along Interstate 10, pretty hot, maybe 96 coming up for tomorrow and Thursday. Tonight, no rain expected, mostly clear skies, a little humid, especially at dark. 77, it was warm this morning. We had some upper 70s, even in the Triangle this morning. We had some low 80s again for Port Arthur area. And of course, Sabine Pass, you'll be in the lower 80s once again coming up overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. All right, 7-day forecast, hot, hot, hot. Next 3 days, 20% coverage, and that's not till Thursday late. I'm talking after 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 20% at most. Now the rain coverages start picking up, 60% for Friday and Saturday. And as we said earlier, it's not going to rain all day. It's not going to rain at every location on Friday and Saturday, but over half the area will see periods of showers and thunderstorms. Now once the trough moves on by, we still have plenty of moisture in place, so we'll keep a 30 to 40% going there on Sunday and Monday before the high starts to rebuild again toward the middle part of next week. And notice the temperatures too. This is what's nice. After we get through this heat, we get a break in the heat. Mid to upper 90s, we'll go to the upper 80s for Friday and Saturday, and then back to the low 90s by the end of the weekend into next week. And you notice on the winds here, they stay pretty light. South 3 to 8, 3 to 8. Just not a lot of wind out there to give us some relief from the heat either. When you have high pressure on top of you, the gradient's so light, you just don't get much wind to help you out, even with a sea breeze. So didn't see much changes. Looked at some new computer models this morning, just don't see any changes really at all. The best chance of showers and rain will be Friday, Saturday, on and off both days, 1 to 2 inches in a few spots. Isolated heavier totals possible, especially near the coast and over southwestern Louisiana. Then once again, 30% coming up by Sunday and Monday. Let's check the phone lines and see if we've had anybody call in or text and see. And there's that number, 409-749-9302. And if we miss a text, we will get back with you as soon as we can. And no text messages at this time, but of course we check the phone several times a day, and we will be checking it again later on today. So that forecast, once again, this is very important.